can see pretty far today still, even though the coast is kind of fogged in. Get out for a little ride today for lunch. Get out of the house. Enjoy the beautiful weather. Clear my mind for a little while. I'm gonna try out the new helmet mount here in the 4K video. See if it works better. Hopefully this helmet's a little quieter than the other one. And it also looks cooler with the mirror. Gotta get her up to where we're a little faster. And I also want to make sure that pop noise that I was getting in the other one on the freeway is gone. So I'll head east a little bit here and then come back, make a big loop. Another bike rider. Bit more wind at this speed. We've also got this new Panda mic that I'm using in this helmet, so we'll see how well that works. Might do better actually in the wind, since that's what most of the other guys seem to use. I'm getting lucky with lights today though. It is beautiful weather out there. Those clouds are kind of weird shapes. People out than I thought there would be at this hour. Let's see if we can get over. That way I can get by this guy. And try to get in front of the pack here after this light. Hopefully this camera's not tilted too far down. But if it is, we'll have to adjust it later. Oh well, not gonna get it now. Why is it always the Tesla ones that drive like idiots? I don't understand that. I guess they figure if they can afford a $70,000 car, they can drive like an asshole. Alright, let's get back. Get back over into the high lane. Now we can sail. Cruising now. Oh, that's where the bank is. Guess I never noticed that was where my bank was. Or I should say one of the branches from my bank. Now, this part of town's pretty empty. Not a lot of people coming out this far. Distance here in front of us. That high peak there is Iron Mountain. You can hike up to there. So this is going to come out at the trailhead for that. And we're going to go left. And head on back out. Beautiful country, man. Beautiful. I think this is only like a 10-minute drive from my house. And we're out in the country already. In the mountains. Beautiful country. This mountain range's got a lot of rocks in it too. So kind of adds a little more to the scenery. Now you can see the peak on Iron Mountain there. Never hiked up there myself. One of these days maybe. It's a good trip though. I think it's about 1,000 feet up. That's a heck of a jog. Jag up this hill. Let alone bike up it even. Alrighty, it's time to make the Louis here. There's a good Iron Mountain right in front of you there. All the way at the dip. So we'll go left and then there's the trailhead and then I'll turn back where the trailhead is to home. And we'll come back to the city, but you get a bigger view of the valley from the right end. Hopefully this new camera mount on this helmet works better. But I'm a little worried about the angle, maybe too low. Hopefully you're not looking at just my bike. Hard to tell with a GoPro though. GoPros kind of have a weird wide angle kind of viewing, which is kind of weird when people watch videos from it because things look like they're farther away than they really are in real life because of that angle. Now we can get her up to speed, really get some wind test. Hopefully it's not picking it up too much. There's Iron Mountain Drive and the trailhead. There you go, stay at home, be cooping. That's the first time I noticed that out here. Alrighty, I think this is where I turn. I head back to Poway. Unfortunately, I don't have all day. Gotta go back to work at the Hayes. Smaller one of Iron Mountain there on the side with the tennis. A lot more rocks on that mountain. Not sure what they call that. It's all part of the same range there as Iron Mountain. Whew, smell a skunk in here. So if I'd have kept going straight, I'd have head farther east to Ramona. But it's about a half an hour one way. I don't hardly have a whole lot of time with lunch. Gotta get back and do some work, unfortunately, today. Even though I'm working at home, which is kind of a little boring, so one of the reasons I'm out riding it today at lunchtime. Get me out of the house for a little while. Yesterday I was going to do that, but it was overcast and kind of nasty yesterday. Today it's nice. It's even warmer out here than it is at my house. Boy, that's a long light. Smell something cooking, man. Like waffles. I'm gonna have to bring the drone out here. Some good open areas to fly it in. So up here on the right, as we come down, you'll see the valley. It's kind of an impressive view, almost close to seeing the ocean, but still too much fog at the coast there. You can't see it through it, sort of. On a clear day, you can. That marine layer is still hanging on the coast. To the scenic part where you can see the valley. canyons here and into the valley. Help me keep slow so I can get you better pictures. Wouldn't want to fall off of that though. So this part you can actually really see the valley at this after this curve. As you open it up to the Poway side. There's a big house down there. Really close, you can see almost all the way out to Mount Soledad, which is in La Jolla on the coast. Kind of still covered in a little bit of haze there though. There we go, now you can see it. Now we're over the valley. Let's stop at the overlook here and let these cars go by and get you a really good picture of it. View of the valley here, get past this tree here. Not bad, huh? See pretty far today still, even though the coast is kind of fogged in. You can kind of sort of, probably on the GoPro you're not seeing it as well, but you can sort of see just behind that big mountain with the radio antennas that there's like a fog bank all along the coast there next to the ocean. The big mountain kind of blocks it a little bit from my area, keeps it from rolling in all the way. Alrighty, well, onward ho. Back to the homestead. More of the valley over there. It's closer down to where I live. I go right down through the middle of Poway here. Not a big town, but you know, big enough for me. Just in the old section of it, which is still kind of in the country, even though it's in the middle of the city now. We still have a septic tank, even we don't even have, you know, city sewer where I live. They used to have well water, but they finally have city water now. It used to be the old main drag went right by my house, but not anymore. For this guy in this truck here. So most of this town, its styling of buildings, I guess I should say, is kind of a western style, as you can see. Yeah, it looks like an old barn the way it's designed. Still got our tropical palm trees. Gotta remember that you live in paradise. Wow, there's not a lot of people out. Usually there's more people walking at this hour along the sidewalks here, going to lunch and stuff, but most people are staying home, I guess. Better for me, at least. I don't have to deal with all the traffic. Working on something finally. I never understood why they didn't take the opportunity now to work on the roads. These guys, they're not even working on the road. Kind of power light or something. This is our biggest shopping center right here on the left. Got a movie theater there even, but it's probably closed today with the coronavirus. We used to have our grocery store here, but they closed that one and moved it to another place. I don't understand people with the mask. I mean, I get the whole idea, but the thing is, are you changing the mask to a brand new one every day? No. So basically you're just pumping it all back into the mask and then breathing it back in every day. Filtering the air in and out, in and out, in and out. You're just making it worse. You'd be better off not wearing a mask, letting it dissipate, breathing in fresh air instead. But, you know, whatever makes you feel happy, I guess. Knock on wood, I haven't had any problems with this coronavirus. Haven't gotten it. So far I don't know anybody who has gotten it. We're doing good, though. I did hear today Florida is going kind of the same lockdown stuff we're doing here in California. So that will affect a few of my relatives and my parents who live in South Florida. But, you know, that's because the spring breakers ruined it for everybody. They wanted to go out and party at the beach still instead of, you know, observing social distancing. So the governor was trying to be nice for a while, and then he just said, well, enough of that. You don't want to play by the rules? We're going to change the rules. Back to the homestead here. Still got to look at the time, so we're doing good. Ooh, gas prices are down again. I'm gonna have to get me some car gas later today. Get it less than $3 finally. $2.80, $2.90, depending on which one I go to for my car. Fortunately, my motorcycle takes premium, so it looks like around $3.19 to $3.20, which is still cheaper because that was usually around $4 before they all came down here. Gotta love the Saudis, man. Fight the Russians all you want, I don't care. It's helping us. Gas prices are coming way down. I can live with it. You can't see my mirrors, I can't see you. Well, I guess I can't see him. Because I can't see his mirrors either. Don't know why I said that. Probably because that big yellow sign's sticking right in front of my face right now. this guy. If I had to guess, he's going to the liquor store anyways. And I don't want to get stuck behind him slowing down. I don't know what they're building here. I would assume it's apartment stuff. Oh, I never noticed there's a creek down there too. Maybe I should drive by my boss's house. Wave in from the garage. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go home instead. I'll do that tomorrow. Save that one for tomorrow. Give me something to ride to tomorrow then for lunch. At first I was alright with this antisocial thing, but man, yesterday I was feeling it. I needed some social interaction for sure. It's probably going today. It's been about 2 weeks now since I've been working at home, and it doesn't look like we're gonna have an end anytime here soon. At least not until the end of the month, probably at the earliest now. So trying to keep from going back crazy, but it's hard. I'm not used to working from home. Back to the homestead here. Alrighty, we gotta park it. Little kids didn't bring shit out anymore. Alrighty, that was today's. Bye.